back to Love and Romance Tarot Readings. I'm excited to get into today's pick a card because today we're tapping in to see who will be revealing their feelings to you next. My Etsy shop is in the description if you'd like a private tarot reading. That is where you can find me. Other than that, pause the video if you need more time with the piles. You can always pick more than one pile. We have group 1 with the Smoky Quartz. Group 2 with the Amazonite. Group 3 with the Clear Quartz. And group 4 with the Tiger's Eye. So like I said, pause the video if you need more time to pick your pile, but we're just going to get started. Alright, if you chose group 1 with the Smoky Quartz, this is your reading. We're going to be using the Cat Tarot for you today. And we are going to see group 1 who will reveal their feelings to you next, Spirit. This is for group 1 with the Smoky Quartz. Who's going to be revealing their feelings to group 1? Ooh, we have gone and cleared the clutter. This may be someone you haven't spoken to for a while. This could be someone who ghosted or someone you ghosted. Whoever ghosted, it seems like it was to clear the clutter, to get clearer on your intentions, to get clearer on what they wanted, what they were going to do, to clean up their personal life, clean up any relationships that are open. Seems to be there was distance. Oh, with good reason. And we have too many cooks in the kitchen. So there's some sort of third-party energy here. It doesn't mean it has to be a person. It could be their relationship with work if they simply work too much, travel too much, or are too away mentally to where they can't connect with you properly or in a way that's fair. It doesn't have to be a person. It could be their manager's really been on them, so they just don't have it in them to maintain a relationship. I feel like it's a little bit like there's a little bit of an energy I'm getting here where it's like, okay, I can see someone making excuses a little bit, but the reality is sometimes it really does get overwhelming and you have to take a break, and if you don't, you'll go insane. So I get them, but they may not have. We have let me go and gossip. This could even be a coworker. Just to finish that thought, they may not have, communicated properly. Whoever ghosted, whether it was you or them, one of you did not communicate properly. One of you weren't as open with your feelings or intentions or what you were doing as you could be. So there is a feeling of abandonment here. Group 1, but we have gossip and let me go. So this could have been a coworker that you were crushing on, or vice versa, a coworker that was crushing on you. Someone either maybe got overwhelmed, or with the gossip card, people started to pick up on the fact that there was a blossoming romance in the workplace, in the office, whatever. And maybe there was some jealousy. Or maybe one of you likes to keep it low key. You don't like, people all up in your business. So you had to take some space. Spirit, show me who this is. Who is revealing their feelings? Oof, there's a lot of tension between the two of you, and there's also just a lot of talking around you two, around your connection. It really feels like there's a lot of people who know about this, or a lot of people who have a say in what you do. Maybe you come from a really religious background and you got your friends or family in your ear, or vice versa. There may be a cultural difference between the two of you. Or like I said, if this is a workplace situation, someone may have felt like you were getting special treatment, or jealous that, you got to get their attention and they didn't. There's so much talking around, you guys. We got the lip service card here as well. So we had gossip that came up before, and then we have lip service. So it's like, okay, multiple people definitely know about you. They know about your situation with this person. Many people have heard about this. You may have told, like, this may be someone who's been in your life for years, and it's like, yeah, all my friends know about them and their antics. Someone that you've tried to let go, but it feels karmic. It feels like you guys, no matter what, it's like you may naturally soften up to this person. And it's like, that is so unlike me. We have give them a chance and I won't keep asking. So you may naturally kind of be opened up by them. I don't know. It feels kind of easy for them to come back into your life. Like, to a degree, you really do like them. That could be all that it is. Like, you really do like this person. You naturally like them. It's not like, oh, there's all these things we have in common and that's why we make sense. It's like, no, that natural kind of pull. So it's real. I'm getting a little bit of that. But we have lust and put a ring on it. So maybe one party wanted to explore just the lust. One party wanted a commitment. Or you needed a commitment in order to move in a space where you were experiencing each other in any sort of sensual or other way. We have vampire and squeaky clean. So someone likes to feel like their hands are clean of the situation. Someone doesn't like to take responsibility of the situation. Like, they are... I feel like if you talk to them, like, about your connection around certain people, you would just notice how their narrative would just completely change. Like, when it's just you and them, it's like, okay, this person will be real. But when there's other people around, they really do start to move differently. We have vampire and squeaky clean. So they want to get all they can from you. Apply it how it goes, Energy is fluid. Apply the roles, how it goes. But I'm just going to speak from this point of view from here with vampire and squeaky clean. It's like... They like to have all the control. They like to have your attention, your energy. And then it's like squeaky clean. It's, that saying, like, they like to throw the rock and hide their hand. They like to act like they had no involvement. It's very strange. Let me pull some more romance cards. Spirit, tell us about them revealing their feelings. I'm surprised to see that this person is revealing their feelings, though, to be honest. We have old crush and preparing. Fine. I didn't want to take that many cards, but I feel like it's necessary with this situation. Well, we have leveling up in birth, so maybe you're moving on. And that's why, because I'm like, okay, with someone who's been so resistant in the past, like, what has changed? Did they genuinely take time, to work on themselves and clear the clutter, and they actually did it? Because what I'm seeing is a bunch of mess from the past that just looks and feels really messy. But leveling up says a new attitude. Birth says a new beginning in love. So I do see you reconnecting with an old crush, with an old flame. And yes, this is the person revealing their feelings to you. We have the preparing card. They've been getting themselves ready for this moment, getting themselves adjusted and ready for the task of taking you on as their responsibility, as their partner, to be in an official relationship with you. And it's so funny how it's the old crush card that came out specifically because it's like, for some of you, this didn't reach the relationship level, and there's already just so much history between the two of you. But they've definitely noticed your level up. It seems like you may be moving on. It seems like you may be really like... Yeah, we have transformation and high standards. So they feel like if they don't hop on it now, honestly, they may not even be able to qualify if they wait any longer. If you level up anymore, they may not even be in the running to any capacity. They're already feeling that. The bottom of transformation says evolution in love. Bottom of high standards says holding yourself in high regard. So they can see that you've added tax to what it takes to be a friend to you, someone in your inner circle, to come around you, go out with you, be in your home, be in your space. They're like seeing you level up, 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 up. And it's like more and more taxes being added. And they kind of feel like if I don't get in sooner rather than later, I'm not going to be able to get in, period. They're going to move on too far beyond me. That's the space that they're coming in from. Oh, this could be a part of it. Oh, okay. We have twin flame. Yeah, we got sexual attraction that came out. Same energy with the lust energy. They're likely going to be reaching out in the form of a text message. Messages says messages are exchanged. So regardless, you guys will be talking soon. This is going to be happening soon for you. And there's a lot of chemistry here. I'm wondering if you're gonna, I'm just curious. I wonder if you, because it's I felt that energy earlier in the spread where it's you're naturally kind of disarmed by this person. So I'm dang. So are you just gonna fold? Are you gonna speak your mind? I'm curious what I would do in a situation like this. I'm because this is very complex. It's ugh. It's that person that, it's that trope in romance movies where it's they hate each other, but then one character is low-key really charming and cute, and they just have a moment where they're both disarmed so they can have something really special together, and then usually they kiss or something, whatever, in the movie. It's that vibe with you guys where it's ugh. Enemies and lovers. We have twin flame and eggshells, but this is what I wanted to talk about before. We knew about interference. We had been getting that a lot in this spread with too many cooks in the kitchen, clear the clutter. I feel there was another card we were getting third-party energy from. So we knew about that, but then we have long distance. So perhaps you guys are at a distance from each other. Perhaps you work for the same company, but in different offices, or you know each other from social media, or you don't work there anymore, they don't work there anymore, or there's some sort of distance. Maybe you're just literally not talking, not texting, talking right now. Of course, I see that changing soon with a messages card, but that could be what it was, long distance for some of you. That kept you from being able to sort things out in the past. We have twin flame and eggshells. I definitely see that there's some sort of power dynamic here happening where it's someone likes to have all the control. That's not good. Also, it's not good to not communicate. If you have to end something, you can't just leave someone in the dark. Or clean up something, regardless. But we have misery and deep level, so they miss you at the end of the day. They miss you. They've been wanting to talk to you, wanting to patch things up, wanting to close that distance between you, wanting to go back to how it was, regretful, guilty. Wheel of Fortune, nice. King of Cups in reverse, Page of Cups in reverse. I feel this person is putting it all out on the table. King of Cups in reverse, Page of Cups in reverse is yeah, you're right. I'm not the best person. But Page of Cups in reverse, I'm not doing what I used to do anymore. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect. But Wheel of Fortune, I believe that if we both surrender to each other, if we both surrender to the higher power, we could really have something here. So at that point, it depends on what you want. And I've been heavy on that lately. I see that energy. I do so many readings, and I see that as a recurring theme where it's man, if you really stop in the moment and tap in and ask yourself, do I like this person? Do I want them to align themselves better with me? Do I want a connection with this person? If you just really sit and ask yourself that, I'm telling you, 70% of the time, you're going to be you know what? I didn't even like them first, or I don't even really like them like that. Maybe it's the feeling of being loved that I'm chasing after, because what is worthy of chasing after this person? But anyways, they want to come back. We have the Empress. They feel you're special. I just heard I'm gonna go get my baby. I just heard that. We have the Empress and the Star. Wow, you guys. Listen, the Star does represent the higher power having a role in what's happening. It does represent divine timing, wish fulfillment. I mean, the Star and the Wheel of Fortune is a good combination in itself, and then we have the Empress sandwiched in there. So this person is showing up ready. This person is showing up in a positive energy. We have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So no more over investing. I feel like the transformation that you've gone through has much better aligned you to have a successful relationship with this person. I don't feel like they had much respect for you before, if I'm being honest, or they're so stuck in their ways that they were just in their own head and quite selfish. But we have the Temperance card in reverse, letting me know that at some point earlier, there was some sort of imbalance. Like there was too much giving of yourself or something, some sort of mutual responsibility as to how things or why things went the way they did. We have the Two of Wands. That can represent being stuck between two worlds. So maybe you were stuck between showing up as the newer version of yourself and the older version of yourself, or the healed version of yourself and the toxic version of yourself. Like maybe you were going back and forth, and that's what Spirit's talking about, Temperance in reverse, where it's like, okay, at some point, Two of Wands, you were indecisive about how you were going to move forward, or you let too many things slide, or you didn't check something right away, so that when you finally did address it, it was like so much bigger than what it would have been if it would have been checked out in a responsible, time, in a responsible way. If you would have taken that initiative to be like, I don't like this, so I'm going to speak up for myself. This person isn't a mind reader. Spirit's just like, all right, let's make sure we're acknowledging the mutual accountability. We have the Devil and the Three of Swords, though. I feel like there's some past things that had been unresolved. For some of you, it's past love connections this person had. For some of you, it's residual energy from cycles that hadn't been fully closed. Like that's something that Spirit has really been showing me lately, and it's been so hard for me. But Spirit has really been teaching me, like, not acknowledging something or not doing something is still gonna have an effect on you. It's sometimes like you can't just avoid it. And if I can avoid it, I'm an avoider. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like if I can avoid it, I'm going to avoid it. But Spirit has been showing me in very painful ways, like, no, you can't. It's still going to be here. So maybe, you hadn't finished developing that final layer of boundaries, that final layer of discipline, that final layer of releasing that toxicity or doing that shadow work. And it showed up in this relationship residually, like that energy is still here within you, still following you, still around you, hasn't fully been cleared and cycled out of your life. So honestly, I feel like a part of the reason why this couldn't work before was like right person, wrong time. There was way too much going on. Hermit in reverse. Maybe both of you just wanted to like go in and feel something right away. And it's just like, it would have been better to clear that energy first. Spirit, what else can you tell us here for group 1? We have grounding. You may have been planning on going on a retreat. We have changes. You may be seeing 555, 505, 515, combinations of 5, 1s, and 0s. Changes in grounding could also be a move coming up for someone. But I feel like Spirit is trying to get you used to being uncomfortable, or Spirit is trying to get you used to things being slow or stagnant, like just being in the moment, experiencing your partner instead of trying to focus so much on the future or wanting more and more and more, just experiencing and being present in your body in the moment, and also not performing. I feel like this time around, there's going to be a lot of opportunities for both of you to show up more authentically. And that will allow both of you to be more happy and fulfilled. Changes and grounding. You guys seem to be on the move. You seem to be developing your life. It seems like life is going on beyond this person. They've definitely noticed it. It seems like you're leveling up and just moving forward. But with that last bit at the end, I mean, that if this is not resolved, at least it'll just follow you to the next relationship. Like, you don't have to be with this person, of course, but finally getting some closure would be really, really good. We have exceeding expectations. I soar into excellence is what it says at the bottom of that card. So I feel like you'd be pleasantly surprised at just how happy you are with this person and just how much you connect and how much you make sense when it's just you and them. And then we have renewing your life. This box says clutter, and she is throwing that box off the ledge. First and the last card, we have clean the clutter, and then we have renewing your life with clutter on the box. Radiant vitality is filling my life is what it says at the bottom of that card. Vital new prana, vital new energy is trying to enter your life. That'll be good for you to manifest with. Use some of that energy to at least get closure on the situation. But this person is coming back. They're going to be revealing their feelings and spilling the beans to you, group one. So that is what I have for you. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like a private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. But that is what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 2 with the Amazonite crystal point, this is your reading. We're going to see who will reveal their feelings to you next. Group 2. Spirit, this is for group 2 with the Amazonite. Who will be revealing their feelings to group 2 next, coming up here in the near future? We have just the two of us. This person is doing this when you're alone. Hold on, there's another card that flipped. We do have blast from the past. Okay, we'll see what's going on here. Maybe in the past, this person couldn't get you alone, and it's like they finally have an opportunity to tell you how it is that they feel because they finally got you alone. You guys could be coworkers, or there could always be friends or family around when you see each other or talk. Just making sure there's nothing else flipped over. Yeah, we have gone and commitment. So this is someone you haven't seen in a while. At least 3 months, I feel. Someone who ghosted, regardless of how long it's been. With the gone card, it's like silence. It doesn't always indicate that there's a ghosting that has happened, but it does usually indicate that there has been no speaking on both ends. So usually, you know, when someone ghosts, it's like, yeah, of course there's no speaking on both ends because someone can't reach out to the other. But that's not the situation for everyone. Spirit, who is revealing their feelings for group 2? Nice. Okay. Well, I do feel like you'll have an opportunity to at least speak about that because we have speak your mind and invitation. So this person is reaching out, inviting you out. And Spirit is saying, listen, speak your mind. That's the only way you're going to have a chance of, you know, building something in the future. If you're honest with this person about how their past actions affected you, like they have to know that they can't do things that they've, you know, done them like in the way that they've done them in the past. And it doesn't mean that they did you dirty, but I guess it could be as simple as, you know, letting this person know how you feel. Maybe you were holding back in the past as well. So Spirit is like, you know, this time around, let them know, like say something, you know, it's mutual. If both parties haven't been communicating with each other, let's, you know, make some progress on our end this time as well. Spirit is saying, speak your mind. Let this person know how you feel. Don't go another insert however long here without speaking to them and still having them not know how you really feel about them. That is what Spirit is encouraging at this point. We have blast from the past and gone. And then we have You're Worth Love, just the two of us in commitment. So regardless, when you guys are connecting in the present, I feel like the energy is much sweeter. Much, much sweeter. This person is attracted to you with the You're Worth Love card. They're seeing your value. Maybe more than they saw before. Like if you guys were literally just coworkers and neither of you, you know, tried to cross the line. This could be an energy of them being like, you know what, I'm actually quite into you. Like maybe both of you just didn't look at each other in that way before. And then we have commitment. So it looks like they may be offering a commitment here. Spirit for group 2. Tell me more about this person revealing their feelings to group 2. We have different pages, loyalty and triangle. You may have been in a relationship or they may have been in a relationship. This could also be they had already been loyal to their job. You know, this could have been a third-party situation. It doesn't always have to be a person that's in a way, or someone romantically. In 2 different worlds is what it says at the bottom of different pages. It feels a little bit like right person, wrong time, or we just didn't get around to exploring that romantic aspect. It almost feels like 2 people who are aloof, or 2 people who are working on like their careers, but they have mutual attraction to each other. 2 people that are driven in their own way, in their own ways, on their own projects. We have secret events and hidden motivations, and then we have distrust. Something may have happened here and you may have found out about it. There may have been a secret event that this person went to, or something that they participated in that you found out about. I don't feel like, however, you got to talk about that in depth and share your feelings with that person. But before you stop talking, you know, you may have found out something about them, and you may have decided like, oh, that's the reason that there had been distance. That's the reason they didn't reach out beyond that, when really it was something else. At the bottom of distrust, it says unreliability in love. I feel like there was definitely a misunderstanding. Even if it wasn't a misunderstanding and it was exactly as you thought it to be, or vice versa, there still wasn't a conversation. So it's like, at that point, you still can't have progress. Like there should have still been a conversation. I would have pressed the issue. We have the ego card, we have ending, and then we have vetting. So honestly, after this person, maybe the situation just put a bad taste in your mouth and it made you want to vet people better, you know? But I also feel like there was a little bit of a misunderstanding. So regardless, this person is coming in and admitting their feelings. So there is going to be a dismantling of that ego. I feel like some of you would rather just vet people better. It's like, okay, that's what not to align yourself with in the future. But I don't feel like it's that simple, because there is actually a connection here. So it's like, that's not going to make the attraction go away. Spirit for group 2. How are they going to reveal their feelings? What's going to happen? We have the King of Swords in reverse and the 7 of Cups in reverse. Something about their tone is different when you're talking to them. It seems like they're talking from a different perspective or a different place. They do genuinely seem different. This person seems more soft-spoken when they're coming through. And then also we have the 7 of Cups in reverse. So they're making it clear, like, I want to talk to you and only you. I want to give us a chance. That may be exactly the way that they word it too. I want to give us a chance. King of Swords in reverse. It's surprising to see this person come in like almost so humble. Maybe they're not usually humble. Maybe it's really not like them to even apologize, admit their faults, or talk about anything for that matter. So all of this is just feeling very new and very different coming from this person. We have the High Priestess in reverse. You totally didn't expect it. And we have the Queen of Swords in reverse at the bottom of the deck, representing that true pair energy, with you guys mirroring each other and being a match for each other, but both of you in self-sabotaging energies to some degree, or both of you having other things that you were focused on over this connection to some degree. High Priestess in reverse, but I see you kind of matching their energy, like them coming in a vulnerable way is allowing you to come in a vulnerable way. So I feel like that'll be really good. High Priestess in reverse, this is coming through totally unexpected. You're going to be genuinely surprised to see this person again, to come across this person again, to connect with them again. Like, I just heard play it crazy. The way that things are playing out is like crazy. The way that they're playing it, crazy. It's like, I never expected this or saw this. This person may be generally very unpredictable. Someone that's hard to pin down. Someone that's maybe hard to read. Someone that's hard to get to focus. We have the Nine of Cups and the Seven of Wands in reverse. We have the Hermit in reverse. So they're ready to come out of their shell. Seven of Wands in reverse. They honestly would rather not acknowledge the past too much or not sit on it too much. This person really doesn't like, I feel like, I don't know why, but something that's really triggering for them to hear is like, I don't know, they don't like to give reassurance. That's what it is. They don't like to give reassurance. They kind of want to move forward and forget about the past. If you're willing to do that, you'll definitely be able to move forward and have a positive future with this person. But if you're not, it's going to be a little rocky, so that we can meet in the middle as far as communication, because what they're coming through with is a promise to communicate better, to put in more on their end, but it doesn't make them like a completely changed person, you know? So it's like, okay, they're promising that they're going to try to communicate better, but, you know, they have to learn to be a good communicator. So just know it'll still be a little stop and go to some degree, or a little rocky, but I feel like worth it this time around. Spirit, how are they revealing their feelings? We have the Six of Wands. That's a grand gesture. This person may get like a 50-piece bouquet of roses you send to your job or send to your house, or, you know, some sort of grand gesture. Whatever they're going to do, it's going to be big. And when they take you out, which is what they're hoping to do, as long as you accept, listen, get whatever you like. You know, we can go wherever you want. Like, they're really going to treat you. Six of Wands is grand gesture energy. Like, I'm going to show you I got it. We have the Fool in reverse. Oh, so that's almost giving me an energy of them taking the lead more. I was just saying before, like, you know, wherever you want to go, but this person may be picking like the restaurant, and a really, really nice one, or picking what it is that you do. There is some sort of grand gesture here. We have the Three of Pentacles and the Page of Cups in reverse. So whatever this is, it's long awaited. This person is in an energy where it's like, I'm living like we got to live like we're dying. Like, this is like an energy of someone being like, I am going to really experience life. I'm going to take it there. I'm going to go there. I'm going to have the fun. I'm going to do the thing. It's like an energy of someone who like doesn't want to hold back. They want all the fun, all the good times, all the joy, all the excitement. And they've been planning this, so it's like, I'm never going to let someone get away again. I feel like they're realizing that their relationship with work, or if it was a past relationship that they let go of, I think they've realized fully like how much that relationship limited them. And not just in romance, probably in other ways as well. We have the Four of Cups, Death card in reverse, and the Six of Cups in reverse. So on your end, it seems that you're more so surprised, more than anything, that they're coming back, and that they seem to be in such a different, vulnerable energy, and that they're really being attentive. It's a little off-putting, because it's like, I know you to be so different, and I know that is still inside you somewhere. Like, some of you can't shake the feeling that at some point things will probably turn how they did in the past, and it's hard to get over that. So for a cup, some of you would rather decline their offer. Spirit, can you show us who this person is? Can you show us their sign or their energy and their chart? Who is this person? How will they know it's them? We have Venus. We have Capricorn. We have the moon. And then we have Mars. We have this conflicting energy. There's a masculine and femininity to them. 2 points feminine, 2 points masculine. We got strong ass, masculine ass Capricorn and Mars. And then we have the feminine Venus and moon energy. And they're different personifications, which is very interesting. It's like lower and higher octave. So this person may seem like the full package. They have it all. We have Capricorn, which would be like the hard worker archetype. And then we have Mars, which is the warrior archetype. We have Venus, which is the sensual woman archetype. Whereas we have the moon, which is like the mother archetype. So the higher octave. I find that very interesting. This person seems like they can do it all. Like they could be older than you, but have a young spirit. They could be a huge flirt, but also really serious and a hard worker. Like there's this juxtaposition about them where it's like on one end, they can be feminine and funny and, you know, really warm. And on the other end, they can be very intimidating, maybe even cold, seem disconnected. It can be kind of hard to read this person, I feel like. Spirit, show us their energy. This person could have Capricorn in their Mars or Venus placement or in their moon placement as well. We have Jupiter. They're coming in an energy where it seems like they're ready to kind of, I don't want to say settle down, but just ready to settle down. Yeah, like ready to not be working so much. Ready to pick one person and be with that person and build their life from here with just that person. We have Jupiter and Cancer that have just come out. So this person has this emotional depth to them. I mean, Cancer is ruled by the moon, so it kind of just doubles down on that moon energy and then adds the water element to it. I feel like they can be very deep and sensitive, but I don't feel like they let people in, and they don't blame people for being confused about them. But still, other people have to deal with them, and it can just be exhausting at times, to be honest. But we do have Jupiter here. So ultimately, this person is in more of an expansive energy now. Ready to take on more responsibility. Ready to be more of a present partner, more present and a connection. I like it. I dig it. We have believing in magic and cherishing self. So Spirit is really telling you to take a back seat here, or not to feel like you have to, okay, all of a sudden perk up and start, you know, doing the most just because this person is wanting you and interested. At the bottom of cherishing self, it says, I accept and love myself. So above all, Spirit is wanting you to put yourself as a priority and allow this person to come to you. Allow them to reveal their feelings. They're already doing it, so it's literally just a matter of time. And then believing in the magic. True magic is abounding in my life. Believing that miracles can happen. Also believing that you are worthy of a connection that comes together outside of you. That you don't have to do everything on your own. That may be a big theme in your life right now. Allowing other people in and not doing everything on your own. Interesting. We have the full moon in Aquarius, which says, show the world the real you. So you may be trying to work on your social media platforms and build them up, get more followers, communicating with people, trying out different platforms, trying out different things. You may be trying out different industries in terms of career rise. Maybe you're wanting to grow and expand out of your current industry. You may be the type of person that likes that turnover. You like for there to be something new going on in your life. You like there to be new people, a change in routine, something new you're learning. You like to feel like you're always growing and expanding. So you've been kind of craving that. I feel like some of that is coming into your life, and Spirit is trying to push you into further embodiment to do that even more. Spirit's like, yes, show the world the real you, continue to embody. And that's another thing. A lot of people attract connections that aren't in alignment with them, and they wonder why. And it's like, you know, you're putting out a false version of yourself. So when you're receiving the waves back, you know, from the universe of sending out that energy, it's attracting, you know, people who aren't in alignment with you or an authentic connection. It's because you're not putting out who you really are and embodying who you really are, so you can attract something that's, you know, kind of a perfect match. We have the disseminating moon. It says take time to breathe out. This would definitely be a good time for spiritual cleansing. I mean, it's always a good time for spiritual cleansing. Get back into that spiritual routine where you're cleansing your energy, cleansing your aura, getting that Reiki done, or massage therapy, exercising. That's you know, literally you're exercising yourself, like the power of Christ compels you, like exercising all that, anything that you don't want out of yourself, and then setting your intention while you're working out just amplifies that times 10. So maybe getting active would be helpful for you as well, but definitely a good time for cleansing. That is what I got for you, Group 2. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. But that is what I have for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose Group 3 with the clear quartz, this is your reading using Miss Cleo's Tarot Power deck for you. We're going to see in this reading who will reveal their feelings to you next. Spirit, this is for Group 3 with the clear quartz. Who is revealing their feelings for Group 3 next? This could be someone who's been trying to come in and out of your life for a while now. We have let's take a break, an indecent proposal. So this person may be on ice. Like you may have cut them, you know, out of your life or cut communication with them because of this indecent proposal. Or you guys could be on a break after their most recent advance that maybe didn't end so well. We have soulmate, lucky in love, ready to mingle, and shocked. So I feel like you're going to be surprised when this person comes into your life, because it's kind of like, dude, we know that we're bad for each other. There's a little bit of that energy here where it's like, we would be so bad for each other, or I don't know, it's like so good but bad for some reason. Very curious what's going on here. Spirit, why would this be a bad idea, or why does one person think so? This person may be moody. We have respect my space. So this person may be hot and cold. Like, you know, they want to apply pressure and they want to be all on you and they want to be all on you. But whenever you try to initiate something on your end, it's like they're so shocked. Like, where is all this coming from? Like acting brand new or acting weird. With fun times and with friends and ready to mingle, to be honest though, I do feel like it's been a long time since you've talked to them, or I feel like you have let go of like the idea that one day you'll be like together with them. It really kind of seems like you moved on emotionally, or you're not, you know, holding your breath for this person. It seems like they're coming through with so much to say, invitation and manifesto. But on the other end, you're kind of like over the situation. I don't see that you're angry. So couldn't be someone you had like a super terrible history with. This isn't like your ex or your karmic or someone you like went through it with. This more so just seems like a connection where it was very stop and go, hot and cold. Hard for both of you to surrender at the same time. It seems like both of you like to have leverage to some degree. And so it kind of left us in this space where there just wasn't any progress at the time when you guys tried to make it work in the past. But I do feel like you know this person. If not, look for this kind of connection, and you'll be able to point them out right away, because it feels very stop and go. It feels like there's so much attraction. We have soulmate and lucky and love, so spirit put you together for a reason. But it's just like, okay, you can lead a horse to water, you can't make them drink. Spirit's like, okay, I done led you both together. You have each other's information, you're in each other's reach. Now you do your part. And it just feels like both parties are very reluctant or having a hard time being vulnerable and giving themselves. We have indecent proposal and let's take a break. So you may have tapped out after their most recent advance because it was just so like no, that it could never be a yes for you with this person. Like some of you guys are like, that was such a mess. I don't want to ever experience anything like that again. Not even to say that it was traumatic or something crazy happens, but it's just like, I rebuke that energy. Some of you guys may be like over it, over people having to, I don't know, it's just kind of, it feels sink or swim from your perspective. It feels like you're like, listen, if it's meant to be, or if you really want me, you'll do what you need to do. But if you don't want me enough, it's survival of the fittest. Like, I'm not going to make it super easy for you. I'm not going to do the most. You guys may be really in your mood, really feeling yourself, really feeling empowered and in your power. You may be seeing a lot of 808, 818. We have the meeting card. So it's so interesting how it seems like you have a history with this person, but at the same time, it seems like you're meeting for the first time. It's so weird with the soulmate and lucky and love energy that came through before. And then we have this meeting card energy. A chance encounter is what it says at the bottom of that card. Perhaps for a few of you, this is someone you've just been missing. Maybe you've seen this person in the dream space, or you've connected with them, you know, in another realm, like the 5D or something. And then when it comes to like actually seeing this person in the 3D, it's like, okay, you go through your regular 3D life and you haven't been meeting this person and you're finally meeting. That would be really exciting. And that would make sense as to why you would disconnect from that. Because if you had like an energy visiting you every night, or in the 5D in the dream space, you know, and it seemed like they had all the leverage, like, okay, I can only see you, not when I want to, not when I think about you before I go to bed, but I can only see you when you want to mosey into my dreams. I'm over it. I'm not with the spiritual BS, okay? I want a real connection in the 3D, someone I can touch, feel, and experience. And if it isn't that, it ain't gonna be. So you may have done some cord cutting or some spiritual work to cleanse your energy and to disconnect anyone trying to connect with you in other dimensions or realms. Yeah, we have marriage and editing. So I do feel like there is something about this that is kind of meant to be. I mean, soulmate always indicates that spirit has led you together, or that you've been led together because there is a higher purpose for you to explore together. So we have editing and marriage. I feel like that's another reason why things are so stop and go, because this is a soulmate connection meant to help you grow and expand. And that's very typical of soulmate connections. Always learning something, always growing, always expanding, always getting used to something new. Like there's always something like that going on with soulmate connection. There's just, it's just how it goes. At the bottom of editing, it says cutting out what no longer fits. So you may have been changing your routine, changing up what it is that you go for, what it is that you accept, tightening your boundaries, getting clear on what it is you want and need and how you need to be best supported. And then we have marriage. At the bottom of that one, it says vows of love. So there is marriage potential with this person. We have spiritual based and self-focus. So I feel like you guys have had some time apart at this point. We have the success card as well, where it's like, I feel like things will be different positively this time when they're coming back around, admitting their feelings to you. I feel like they'll come in with some more vulnerability, but I'm going to get how they're really going to do that from the tarot. So I'll pull that next. But spiritual base, there's definitely something here. And self-focus, I feel like both of you are aware that it's important to, you know, focus on yourself and work on yourself, but you may use that as an excuse at times to avoid things that you want to avoid, things that you're not ready for, like vulnerability. Oh, I need to work on myself. Let me run away from this connection and mask it as self-focus or growing and expanding, working on myself, when really it's just like at the end of the day, you're just running. You're still running. So I feel like Spirit will come in and help you guys. We got the Just Desserts card, which is very interesting. Karma, karma, karma is what it says at the bottom of this deck, or bottom of this card. So someone got their just desserts and they may be feeling that. If you've done something or they've done something, we have the Just Desserts card. So Spirit has balanced the energy in this connection. So you should be able to move forward from here. However, you may be expecting some sort of karma or apology to come directly from this person so you can get that validation. Not to say that you won't get an apology, but some of you won't, just because it's like, okay, they may have been stop and go, but is that apology worthy? Technically, if you weren't committed, it's kind of like a wash at a certain point, or semantics, and it's like, ugh, if you want to get out of the debating energy, sometimes you just have to take the higher road or not, speak your mind, whatever. But we have the different pages cards. I feel like what you guys both want is the same feeling. You both want to be happy. You both want to be fulfilled. You want to experience love. But someone, I feel like, maybe a bit avoidant. And both of you, I feel, mutually struggle with surrender. We have the Six of Coins and the Tower here, which is funny because Spirit is like, okay, I will slowly but surely ration you, you know, blessings and abundance with the situation, but you two are going to have to choose each other, choose to put in the work. We have the Tower card, so I do feel like things are hitting the fan outside of this connection. Like Spirit is kind of like setting off some alarm bells around you to highlight the importance of connection, you know? So hopefully nothing too crazy happens, you know, where it's like, oh, my best friend got in an accident and I didn't get to say XYZ. So now I'm looking at the relationships in my life feeling this way because something like super traumatic has happened. But I mean, Tower card is typically a wilder energy. So it's better to do what you can on your end before Spirit does have to go in and be so like cut and dry with the Tower energy. It could just be very rough and not considerate of like feelings. We have the Magician in reverse and the Hangman in reverse. So this is definitely why wherever there are blocks, Spirit is breaking them down. So you also may notice, like in your coworker relationships that have nothing to do with love, relationships like to people online even, or people that you have any sort of connection with, you may notice that Spirit is giving you different opportunities, like to exercise what you've learned and to re-harden your boundaries. So you may feel like people are trying you a lot at this time for whatever reason. People are looking at you like you're not a threat, not someone to respect, not someone to be afraid of, not someone to, you know, like you may notice that everybody seems to be trying you and you're getting really frustrated. And it's like because Spirit is trying to bring that energy to a head so that you can have a breakthrough where you start consistently choosing to stand up for yourself. It's like Spirit is making you so sick of the response you're getting from other people that it's pushing you to a point where you will not accept that response any further. Even though in the past, maybe it was easier to like avoid your feelings, avoid conversations, avoid conflict. Spirit is like, no more of that. We're all about growth and evolution. We have the Queen of Cups in reverse. And the Page of Cups. Wow, that's an energy of starting at square one. And we have the Nine of Staffs into the thick of it. It just feels like punishment, to be honest. And, you know, we did get the Just Desserts card. And interestingly enough, I didn't feel like it was only on one person's end. That's why I said, like, if you have done something and if they have done something, you know, there's karma being played out right now. Tower energy. We got the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. Like, I feel like you guys may be stuck in a loop. I feel like you really are a High Priestess, but Queen of Cups in reverse and the Page of Cups feels like you've been demoted because of the choices you've made or how you've handled certain situations. It just feels like you're having to take a grade over. It probably, or it might feel like you're being punished at this time. We have the Nine of Staffs because it just feels like everything is so hard and nothing is giving. And I see you trying to like just look forward to better times and be positive. But as much as you're positive, it's like you can't get over what you're actually experiencing in the 3D. It's like, okay, things aren't copacetic right now, so there's only so much positivity I can bring into the situation. King of Staffs at the bottom of the deck. You guys want to manifest so bad, but I don't feel like your manifestations are hitting. And it's because 7 of Swords in reverse, 8 of Pentacles. Spirit is like, listen, we need to focus here. We need to focus on what's already needing, you know, shadow work. I just did a reading with someone and they were asking a question like, you know, what can I do in regarding this? And Spirit was literally like, Jazz, tell this person it's not gonna work. I am not going to. And I'm such an optimistic person. I'm a Cancer, very sensitive to people's feelings. So, you know, if I can add a little fluff or a little comfort here and there, I'm gonna choose to add the comfort versus just being like. But it was one of those readings where it's like, oof, I really know that if I don't communicate this the way Spirit is showing me and I put too much fluff on it, Spirit's going to punish me because it's not going to be direct enough for them to know that they have to take action. It just reminds me of that energy where it's like, Spirit's like, listen, they're not going to be able to move forward until they address this energy. And I don't feel like it's this relationship specifically Spirit is talking about. I feel like Spirit is more talking about you wanting to just move on past every connection that you've ever had and start new and start fresh when there's still open doors and things that you have not handled with this person and with other people. It's like, you know what? I'd rather just move on, F it, to the next connection. And Spirit is not letting you be flippant like that. Spirit is like, no, we can't just move on. We need to focus on this. So Spirit's giving you a little tough love for whatever reason. Spirit, can you show me this person? What is their energy, their zodiac sign? Can you show us who this is so they know who this is? We have Pluto. They could be a Scorpio. Pluto rules Scorpio. We have Cancer. Cancer's ruled by the moon. This person could be a very sensitive person. And that's like sensitive gangsta energy. It's like, how dare you be super connected to your feelings and empathetic water sign energy, but at the same time with all this Plutonian energy, like, you know, endings are a part of life, whatever, ready for war. Like, I feel like they could be a little hypocritical. We have Jupiter, which I like. Let me drink some water. Coming in with some 4th house energy. Coming in with 4th house energy. Coming in an energy where it's like, I want to expand. I want to explore with you. I want to build a solid connection. I just feel like this is a person you haven't even dated, but you have triggered the hell out of each other up until this point. Like, every moment is hard to accept or listen to or hear from this person or hear from me, because it's like, dude, it's just like, it's just one of those connections where it's like, man, this person is so triggering to me. We have Cancer, Aquarius, and Capricorn that came out. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. Aquarius is air sign energy. Capricorn is earth. Cancer is water. And then we have Pluto and Jupiter, which can make this person very much so ice cold, very detached, eerie a little bit, like a little scary, intimidating. This person has a very strong presence, and this person is very important to you. You care about this person's opinion. You could be the most confident person or just sure of yourself, and this person can make you second guess yourself, and I feel like you don't like that. So for some of you, it's hard for you to surrender to this person simply because there are very real differences between the two of you. Spirit, what are they going to be talking about and saying to group 3 to reveal their feelings? Wow, we have healing energy and inner journey. So as far as what they're going to be talking about when they're revealing their feelings to you, they're going to be telling you about how they've experienced some sort of healing. They're going to tell you about their come to Jesus moment or come to spirit moment, or maybe they had some sort of interaction with a shaman. Maybe they've gone on some sort of healing retreat or having an experience with a stimulant that's opened new neural pathways in their brain, making them open and more understanding. They're going to be telling you about the inner journey that they've been in. And we have honoring your energy at the bottom of the deck. So I also feel like they will take a moment to acknowledge how you've been honoring your own energy, and they don't fault you for that. We have masculine energy, so they're going to be talking about what they're trying to do. I love that. Yes. Give me some more of that. Give me some more of that masculine energy. Like, don't just, talk about it. Like, what's the plans? How are we going to get there? With someone showing up in masculine energy, that means that they're strategizing. That means that they're putting an effort, taking action, definitive action. I like that. And then we have self-love here. So I feel like they're proposing you guys getting, closer in a very traditional way, like just by going on dates and, having consistent times where you meet, like once a week. I feel like they're going to structure it so that it doesn't just dissolve or fall to the wayside. I feel like they're going to be clear about what they're trying to do, like clear with what kind of dates you guys would be going on and what exactly they want to do. Like they're going to have like a plan. And they're not expecting you to surrender to them. They're expecting you to hopefully surrender to the higher power, both of you at the same time. We have the perception card that flipped over. So I definitely feel like they're seeing from another perspective. But I feel like they've cleared a lot of their energy and a lot of what's going on in their life. So they simply have more space to offer you, making it much more comfortable for you. So this is a level up. We have past, present, and future at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like there's some element to this connection that is supposed to happen, something that's supposed to be explored. Spirit is supporting it. This person is leaning in. It does feel kind of meant to be, like something that was supposed to come together. So I feel like you guys are going to get your chance. And that's what I got for you, group 3. My Etsy is in the description. If you'd like a private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. But that is what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 4 with the tiger's eye, this is your reading. We're going to see. Oh, we got the High Priestess and the World card as I cut the deck. Nice. We're going to see who's going to be revealing their feelings to you next. With that High Priestess, I do feel like you may already have an idea of who this is that's going to come towards you, because with the High Priestess card and the World card, the World is like very much so deserving, full circle moment. The High Priestess is like, you can feel it, you can sense it. So you may find that usually if you're more rigid, you're considerably more relaxed these days, because you really do trust the process. It's easy to trust the process when you know in your spirit it's well deserved, you've done your part, and all that good stuff. Spirit, for group 4, who's revealing their feelings to group 4? And it seems like you guys have been dating around. This may be an opportunity as well, because we have the Ask a Friend card. So for some of you, I feel like you've been chilling out on the manifesting, but Spirit is saying this is a good time to petition a specific goddess, god, deity that can help like oversee marriage for you. Paulwell is who is it? I have one of them somewhere. I forget who it is. I'm not gonna go get it, but the Encyclopedia of Spirits is a really good book to get if you want just like its dictionary style A to Z of all the different goddesses, and deities. It's like leaving my mind, but there was an angel that I was thinking of that's really good. Pawell. I feel like that's a neutral kind of deity. I feel like they could help you with marriage, but there's a specific one that I wanted to recommend I just can't remember at this time. And we have Soulmate in the Mask. So partly this is being kind of concealed. I feel like Spirit wants to bring you in the same place at the same time so you can surrender to each other. We have Spend Some Time. This could be someone who's training you if you're starting a new job, or someone who you've been around with but literally have not looked at in a romantic way. whether that's because you've been dating and not focused on anyone, not wanting to date anyone, like in your workplace or in your circle, or maybe it's just because they've always had stuff going on. Regardless, it's like there's just this weird opening where it's like, okay, we can actually make something work at this time. So we have plenty of fish in the sea and gossip. There may be some chatter going on about you. You maybe have gone through a glow up and people are talking about how leveled up you are and how you seem to be showing up differently. Your energy is differently. You're reacting to certain people differently. But the word is out that you're single or looking, or people can tell. Like some of you guys watching, I do feel like you may be in a relationship at this time and you're just trying to see like, okay, what are going to be what are my options going to be moving forward? And there also is the energy of someone you may have been waiting for. It's almost like some of you don't want to, we have the conceited card here as well. Some of you genuinely don't feel like you'll find anyone or anything better. But at the same time, you're not going to beg them to surrender or be with you or see your value or anything like that. We have, I won't keep asking and too tough. So there's an energy coming up in this reading, tapping into like, okay, who's going to be revealing their feelings to you next? There's an energy coming up of you, you know, hoping that it's already someone that you have on your mind. You're hoping that they will stand up as their higher self and they will take the action to come towards you to reveal their feelings, but also to pursue you. But you're also in a grounded enough position, in a stable enough, secure enough position in yourself where it's like, I'm not going to keep asking. I'm not going to keep trying to make it work. So I feel like how this reads to me is like you have your mindset on someone specifically that you've been wanting to manifest or you've been wanting to move forward with. But logically, you know, it's not fair to yourself to literally take yourself off the market, like until this person hopefully gets it together. So you've been trying to date and you've been closing yourself off to people who are offering you like stable connections in the now. Like there was this energy in the beginning of you kind of ignoring this person or just not being aware of this person, not wanting to pay attention to this person, not wanting to take them seriously. And I feel like that's because ultimately, if it's not the person you already have your mind on, you would rather just start over with someone completely new. Like it really kind of feels all or nothing. Spirit, show me more about them revealing their feelings. We have clarity and waiting. So whatever they're saying, however they're coming through is in a clear and sound mind. Their crown chakra is purified. Their solar plexus chakra is cleared. And their root chakra is healed. I feel like both of you to a degree, yeah, we have the walls up card. Both of you to a degree have pushed each other out or have delayed this process. Ugh, and that doesn't help. We got the sexual attraction card, so it doesn't help that you guys are very much so attracted to each other, or it doesn't help that you want to just kind of scratch that itch because it's like, this is a connection where it's like you would have to be of sound mind and come at this in a very mature way to have a positive outcome. Clarity says realization in love. Waiting says time spent in expectation. So I feel like you've been waiting to hear from this person and it kind of feels like monologue energy. They're coming through with a lot to say. They're coming in very level-headed and grounded. They're not trying to disrupt your reality or confuse you even further, not trying to sit on the past too much either, but they're just kind of pursuing you like, I don't know. It's interesting how depending on like your posture, you can come across as either not confident or seductive or clownish, like depending on how you appear. And I feel like something like that has happened with this person where it's like they're just walking straighter. They appear much more confident. It's impossible for you to ignore them when they're showing up in such a like masculine, but like this sexy feminine energy as well. Because it's very magnetic, which would be the feminine, very attractive. And they seem very sure. We have loyalty and divorce. So they could have been, married, or you could have been married and trying to be loyal. Dedication and love at the bottom, a loyalty at the bottom of divorce. It says the end of a long-term connection. So, and maybe it wasn't an actual marriage they were in, but a long-term connection, or vice versa. Apply it whatever way it goes. But there was some sort of blockage between the two of you. Then we have walls up and attraction. Walls up says guarded interaction. So that's exactly what I feel as well. It feels like you wouldn't even allow yourself to fully feel for this person for whatever reason, but I don't feel like you've dated. For some of you, this is going to be a new person. This is going to be someone you don't know, and the beginning may be a little bit rocky. We have playful intentions and humility, so as much as they felt attracted to you, they may have tried to come in with some disruptive, playful intentions type energy that's just kind of childish or, you know, not what you were looking for. So they may have got the door slammed in their face by you, and they had to start over. Yeah, we got long distance and new beginnings. So they may have traveled out of town. You may have traveled out of town. You guys may have traveled or moved, and then you're, you know, back in the space with them again. So it's like, okay, we're having a new beginning after this long distance. Distance could also be the thing that has kept you away from this person if this is someone you've been trying to manifest. I do feel like there is some sub-communication here. So if you're like going crazy, like, dude, is this all in my head? I swear to goodness, like, it really feels like we have a back and forth going. I can stand behind that. I feel it too. There's definitely, like, I feel like this person picks at you. I don't know. Ugh. It just feels like one moment they love you, one moment it seems like, you know, they're detached or vice versa. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Spirit, can I get more about how they're revealing their feelings? We have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse and the Ten of Cups. So again, with that waiting and clarity energy, I feel like they're just coming through with very straightforward communication, because in the past, I feel like they may have been very selective with their words, and that may have triggered you or made you uncomfortable or reminded you like of an actual narcissist, someone who would do that word salad thing with you just to confuse you and get you all dysregulated. So it may have been more triggering than they actually intended, but regardless, Wheel of Fortune in reverse and the Ten of Cups, they're acknowledging like, hey, we weren't exactly in alignment before. You were focused on work, or you were in a relationship, or I was, whatever. We don't have the very best start here or the most romantic story, but Ten of Cups, I still feel like it's you for me. Like, you know, this is still where I want to be. And I do want to give us a fair shot, and I want to try. And it seems like just a lot of positivity here. Five of Swords in reverse, no games. King of Wands, nice. They're taking action as well, which is good. Page of Cups in reverse. It's so funny because before I felt like, I guess it is, you know, mixed. Of course, everyone's situation is going to be different, at least slightly person to person. But before I was kind of just feeling like, oh, you guys were, you know, both focused on other things, or, you know, you may have been in a relationship, they may have been in a relationship. But as I go further, I'm like, why are you apologizing so much if that was the case? Like, Page of Cups in reverse, like reiterating like no games are being played this time around after Five of Swords in reverse. Like, why do you have to go so hard and make it so clear that there isn't going to be games? Because there was games before. I'm like, okay, you can try to conceal what had happened, but I see what happened. I see what kind of person you've been, and everyone deserves a second chance, but just know I see you. Yeah, I feel like you guys are going to go in a very balanced kind of way. We have the Ace of Wands in reverse and the Nine of Cups. So both of you are showing up in a more emotionally balanced space, which is another reason why you're able to move forward successfully now in the future. But this person, I feel like it's very clear. I feel like you guys are having one big conversation about what has happened, or they're explaining to you why they've been detached or busy, or, you know, kind of all over the place, or just inconsistent. But Ace of Swords in reverse, you're not in this alone this time. I feel like spirit is a big part of what you guys have going on, so it's different. We have the Devil in reverse and the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So they may have been addicted to toxic patterns, or maybe you have been. Seven of Pentacles and Devil in reverse is like, you know, before they didn't take it seriously. You guys maybe had a flirtationship going on and they didn't think about how that could affect you on a deeper level. They were only thinking about themselves and the fact that they wanted to flirt, but you not being able to have this person, or, you know, that could, you know, they're realizing in retrospect how that could cause you to feel away, or how that could have been a negative thing that impacted you. So they're not trying to be super flirtatious. They're not trying to like come on to you in a way where it makes you feel like you don't have a choice but to surrender to what they want. It feels much, much more open. Also, for some of you, there may have been a religious bias I'm hearing, like, you know, they wanted you to join their religion or vice versa. And I see that being alleviated as well. They're being much more open with their expectations of you, or what they're like requiring of you. Whereas before they may have been really rigid, like this is my religion, or this is the way I like to do things. And Four of Wands in reverse, Knight of Swords in reverse. I feel like you guys are going to have a totally new beginning, like the new beginning card was talking about, a new start. I don't feel like beyond the initial conversation where you're hashing it completely out, I don't feel like you're going to digress from there. I don't feel like it's going to go back to how it was. I feel like it's going to be progress. And then from there, this person will just be pursuing you in a very Knight of Wands, action-oriented kind of way. So it may be a little shocking to see this person show up so differently than they have in the past. We have the Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, so that would mean a long time coming for this as well. Page of Swords in reverse. Some of you aren't interested. Some of you are like, yeah, I'm glad to see you're showing up in a better energy, but it's too little too late. You're committed. You're like, listen, I want new energy only. Seven of Swords in reverse. You won't even get the chance to hurt me or disrupt me or dysregulate me anymore, because it's a Debiana. It's just like, you know, what we had was in the past. It didn't work out, but some of you guys are like, I'm just trying to move on. Let me get a better description of who this is, Spirit. Can you show me their zodiac sign or their energy? What is this person like? Can you give me some identifying information so they can know who this is? This may be a Libra. We've got Libra that has come out, or someone with a Libra Venus. We got Mercury. They could have Libra in their Mercury, like in their chart. We have Uranus that has come out as well. So Uranus is someone who can be all over the place, someone who can be random. We got air at the bottom of the deck. I feel like this person really does change a lot. I feel like they've gone through many changes and aesthetics in their life. We have the Capricorn card. So I feel like this is the kind of person who, it's like they have all the tools, but it's just going to take some life experience and discipline for their life to reflect what they know. Because Mercury is the planet of day-to-day, but it's also the planet of the gods, the planet of higher level communication, the planet of receiving downloads, messages from the ethers, from other dimensional beings. It could represent psychic power as well, someone being super tapped into their intuition, their higher self, their psychic power, their lineage, having some sort of advantage spiritually. So they know a lot. And they can have deep conversations. And with Uranus, this person may be lucky. They may end up in lucky situations. They may have met a lot of celebrities in their life, or they may find money all the time, or it's just like lucky things just happen for them. I know a person like this, dude. We went to Vegas. I went to Vegas with this girl, and she just has the sauce. Every single club we went to had a line. She would walk to the front of the line. She just stood there for a second and we would get let right in. Maybe that's just a trick. Maybe that's just something I need to do, and I've never been confident enough to just go to literally the front of the line like I'm supposed to be in there. But multiple places, even at a restaurant we went to the next day after we were hanging out on Fremont Street in Vegas. The next day we went to this restaurant and she's like, yep, for two. And they just let us right in. There were so many people waiting outside. It was supposed to be a long wait. I'm like, dude, you just have the sauce. Lucky stuff just happens to her. She got proposed to while we were in Vegas, not by her boyfriend, not by someone we knew, by a stranger. People were just in love with her and obsessed with her. And I'm like, yo, I need what you got going on. She's a Gemini, if you're curious. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's something that, I don't know if Gemini just got this special sauce, but I know a person like this But the thing is, if they haven't taken the action to anchor this energy in their life, this person can come across as very self-righteous, someone who has had a lot of lucky breaks, and then with Mercury, like someone who does know a lot. So it's like someone like this can feel like they're better or in a higher, better position than they are if they haven't taken the action to anchor this energy. So this person can come across very all-knowing, but also just very self-righteous and even delusional if they can't see themselves clearly. We have Capricorn. I feel like they do see themselves for who they are. But with Libra, those Libra placements can struggle with like romanticism, so they may not completely see themselves as they really are, or they may not have accomplished like what they know in their head can be accomplished. I hope you're getting what I'm saying. Like, it could be someone who, have you ever met someone who is like, they have all these amazing ideas and they kind of like weigh their value like as what they know, and it's like, okay, but you haven't done that, so like I'm not impressed by what you're saying, because yeah, you know that and it sounds really good, but you haven't like done it, so I can't really respect it for real. I don't know, it seems like someone like that. So I feel like they can have very deep conversations, but they're just not well versed in, you know, taking time to actually build a solid foundation. I feel like that's what Spirit's trying to get them to do. So we have forgiveness and omens. So as far as the energy they're coming in on, well, first of all, Spirit is letting you know this person is coming around. Like I said, you probably feel this already, especially if you're intuitive yourself. But they're coming in asking for your forgiveness, taking responsibility for their dodginess in the past or their disconnectedness. Whatever they did that made you feel a way, they're coming in and taking responsibility for that, airing it out, letting it, you know, be in the open. And then we have the omens card. So you'll likely be seeing a lot of signs and signals, synchronicities in relation to this person. Spirit letting you know that this person is on the horizon coming up, trying to enter your life, but also to open your heart and soften your heart towards them so that we can have some progress. So yeah, group 4, that is what I have for you. My Etsy shop is in the description if you'd like a private tarot reading. That is where you can find me. But that is what I have for you today. I'll talk to you soon.